Good evening to you all from Ahmedabad. After a month of exciting cricket action, only two sides are left standing in the 10th edition of the ICC T20 World Cup. The host nation and defending champion India tonight go up against New Zealand, who are searching for their first title in T20 World Cup history. We saw the toss moments ago, and it would be the Indian side finding favor with fortune. They have chosen to bat, and now we await the opening delivery of this historic showdown. So this, then, is it. After a month of action between some of the world's greatest teams, we bring you the final of the World Cup. Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson, the opening batsmen for India here this evening, going up against New Zealand's Henry. The opening bowler. It is India batting first here at the largest stadium in the world, the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, world-class cricketing venue that also hosted the 2023 ODI World Cup final. Has sort of become the new national stadium for India in a sense, and why wouldn't it be this masterpiece? This, you could almost call it a wonder of the world. As Samson sends this to the boundary, massive roar from the crowd. Of course, the home nation India hoping to retain the World Cup here tonight in front of this home crowd, so you can imagine that things are going to be very one-sided this evening. New Zealand, however, in the hunt for their first T20 World Cup. India winning their most recent one in 2024. A tournament hosted by the West Indies and the United States. Of course, as per ULTRASPORT tradition, while this may be the T20 World Cup, we're doing a 5-over match here tonight. But we'll still have all the incredible action, or at least a preview of the incredible action that we will see on Sunday in the final. Last delivery here, the first over to Samson. And this will be two. So at the end of the first over, India on none for 9. Strong start for the home side as the World Cup final gets underway here from Ahmedabad. Lockie Ferguson, the next bowler into the attack for New Zealand. Ishan Kishan back on strike. India, of course, had a run rate of 9 to start off this over. Hoping to just keep things going up as this goes on. That's going to be a single. Beautiful night here tonight in Ahmedabad. Rained a bit earlier, but the match goes on. Did not affect conditions too hard, and we were able to start on time. This goes for a dot ball. New Zealand now hoping perhaps to slow down the pace of India's scoring here. That's going to be another dot ball, and again, this is 5 overs. This is only 30 balls that each side has to face, so with each one that goes by, that is a missed opportunity. Next delivery here to Samson, who has had an incredible performance in the World Cup thus far. Ferguson really managing to slow the Indian side down here. Short delivery. Bounces. And that takes us to the last ball of the over. India down to a run rate of 5.45 from 9 at the start of the over. And another Yorker to Samson, goes right to the bowler. Wanted to take out the stumps, but Kishan is safe in the crease, and that takes us to the end of over number 2. India only scoring 1 run. They're on none for 10. Ish Sodhi, the next bowler here for New Zealand. Spin bowler. Walks up slow, and now Kishan is Gonna manage to connect, but he can't get it outside that 30-yard circle. "20 nations competing in 55 matches in this T20 World Cup, one of the biggest T20 World Cups ever. As this sport continues to grow in global relevance, will make its return to the Olympics in 2028 in Los Angeles. Cricket previously being played in 1900 in the second Olympic Games in Paris, but this is going to race away to the boundary for 4. That's a straight shot, and the roar goes up from the crowd once again. Like I said, India, home crowd. It's going to be very one-sided out in the stands here tonight. Sanju Samson now on 12 runs from 11 balls. And now lifts this one into the air. That's 6. First maximum of the World Cup final. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. What a moment. And that is what people tune into T20 cricket for. 84 meters, the distance of that maximum, and now will be the start of a streak. He lifts this one in the air too, and it is 6 more for India. And now comes the breakthrough for the defending champions. Wow. That one just got over the boundary, but it's still enough. Samson on a tear, 24 from 13. One more to end the over? I guess not. Ran out of luck there. But India on none from 27. After that amazing performance at the end of the third over, Sanju Samson with 24 runs to his name as Ishan Kishan comes back on strike. Got him! First wicket of the World Cup final. Ishan Kishan is dismissed with only 3 runs scored. Beautifully taken catch. We're going to look at this once again. One-handed, leaps into the air, does Phillips. 12 minutes in the crease, 3 runs from 5 balls. And that'll bring in Surya Kumar Yadav, the next batsman for the Indian side. Into the air now. Nobody's going to catch up to that one. That's 4. And now maybe the mojo is coming back. After the heroics of what we saw from Samson at the end of that last over. Again, this is a 5-over match. India only have 10 balls left to face. We're 2/3 through their innings now. Wound up for this one, but I don't think he got as much power on that as he would have liked. But that is going to bring Samson back into the crease, and we'll see if the magic happens again. Halfway through the 4th over. Into the air. 6. Into the stands. That'll be 30 for Sanju Samson, the man who will undeniably walk out as man of the match if India take the victory here tonight. And this is why this Indian side is the best in the world. The defending T20 World Champions who have completely dominated throughout this tournament, although they had a bit of a scare against England in the semifinals. This is... oh! Just got him there, and that's going to hurt. Sanju Samson dismissed after 30 runs. Keeper is right there in the right place at the right time, and we'll see this again. Just edged off, it plays right into his hands. Samson with 30 runs from 17 balls, but what a night he has had. As Shivam Dube comes in now. Dube with Daryl Mitchell as the last man, the ball for New Zealand. India currently on 2 for 38. What can they do in this last over? Nothing off the first ball. As we come to the end of the innings here. Short delivery there, and again, that conservative defensive shot. Gotta save your wicket, but and try the best you can, but it hasn't led to any runs. Towards offside this goes, and again, nothing, and New Zealand once again managing to slow India down here. As they face down their last balls. Very short one here. But Yadav is going to manage to catch it as it comes up. And that'll be a single. And this last over may be the game changer for New Zealand. Maybe just what they need. This goes into the air. But it's only going to be a single. And Surya Kumar Yadav set to face off against the last ball of the innings. India on 2 for 40. Yorker for the last delivery. Finds the gap. That'll go to the boundary. India finish 2 for 44. Here in the World Cup final. Will it be enough to topple New Zealand? We'll find out when we come back. Tim Seifert, the opening batsman for New Zealand here, going up against Jasprit Bumrah. For New Zealand, to claim their first T20 World Cup title, they need 45 runs. For India, they need to hold off the opposition for 30 balls. And they will retain this most prestigious honor in the world of T20 cricket. And this will be a dot ball to open things up. India had a strong start to their first over. They scored 9 runs out the first 6 balls. And of course, Jasprit Bumrah, considered by many to be one of the best bowlers in the world, with that signature run-up of his and the stuck-out stiff arm upon throwing the ball. India, with some of the best players in the entire world, truly a cricketing nation. And one that will hope to retain that World Cup. The same place where they were denied the one-day International World Cup just under 3 years ago. Same stadium even. In the final against Australia. Heartbreak there. But heroism tonight, perhaps. Bumrah doing well in his over. This one sent right back to the bowler, straight shot. This isn't Test, this is a 5-5. You can't afford to lose balls. You need to make the most of every one that you face. But Bumrah, of course, a very skilled bowler. This one, long Yorker, but does not go wide. Just was on the line there. And the last delivery of the over. Bumrah hoping for a shutout off the first 6 deliveries. And he will be successful. At the end of the first over, New Zealand on none for none. As Arshdeep Singh comes in. And India have just killed an entire over there. New Zealand no better than where they started. Now they need 45 from 24. This will be center of the head of the keeper. Allen finds the breakthrough, and there are the first runs on the board for New Zealand. They have a lot of work to do, especially after what we just saw in that over. But there is the first step. Again, New Zealand have never won a T20 World Cup. They came close to winning the ODI World Cup in 2019 in perhaps the greatest game of cricket ever played against England. They could very well have been facing England here tonight, if not for a difference of 7 runs. But India, right now, completely dominating. New Zealand only scoring on 1 ball so far. And if things continue like this, it'll be an easy ride to the championship for India. This is going to be 4. Allen manages to find another gap, send it to the boundary. As we take a look at this once again. And the difference maker really for India was that incredible performance from Sanju Samson. He had 30 runs from 17 balls, a couple of amazing sixes. If New Zealand can find a moment like that, which for India had happened about the 3rd over, then they might have a chance here tonight. But they need to find the opportunity, find the gap, find the opening that will enable them to mount a comeback. Right now, they only have 8 runs, and they are running out of balls very quickly. Oh, there it is! This is what I'm talking about! I don't even know where that one came down. But that is just what they need. We'll see this again. Where did it come down? Somewhere in the grandstand there. End of the over. What an end to the over. New Zealand now on none for 14 as Axar Patel comes in for India. And so begins the spin bowling. But even with that, look at this. Lifted into the air. All the fielders around the wicket cannot stop that. He finds the angle, he finds the way through. And he finds a 97-meter 6. This may be the moment. That's 4. And this is why people love T20 cricket, or franchise cricket. It is unpredictable. There are huge moments that happen. And right now we are witnessing one of them. New Zealand now need 21. And Seifert sent it into the air again. This is not going to be caught despite there being a fielder at the boundary. That one whacked far away into the upper stands. And Axar Patel conceding 16 runs so far, only halfway through his over. 15 from 15 needed for New Zealand now. This one finds its way through, and now they just need 11. And at the beginning of their innings, it looks very, very dismal. It looked like this was going to be an easy win for India. They didn't score a single run in the first over, but now New Zealand find their breakthrough. They've scored 20 runs in this over alone. This will go into the air again. Is it going to fall short? I think that's going to be 4. Didn't make the catch there. And now India are in trouble. New Zealand needs 7. Look at this. Yeah, way out of range there. 7 from 13. The fielders are gone from the wicket. And this is going to be a dot ball, but does it really matter? 7 from 12. An incredible over. Turns things around for New Zealand in an instant. And now India, for the first time all night, perhaps for the first time all tournament, are on the back foot. Allen sends this one through for a single. Absolutely incredible what we saw there. Unbelievable. I've called cricket for a while, but that is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And in a match of this magnitude, no less. Scooped here by Seifert. That's 4 more. And now, they just need 2. The tables turn in a single over. And in a tournament that many predicted would be won by India, who had the home field advantage. And we apologize for that glitch. Who had the home field advantage. It is now New Zealand who are out ahead. 2 from 9. The next ball could end things. And India are going to stall for as long as they can. That is really, other than taking wickets, which they haven't been able to do all night, that is really all they can do, is to hold off New Zealand. But at a certain point, that will not work. And Safer, with 32 from 16, sends this last one to the boundary. And for the first time ever, brings the T20 World Cup home to New Zealand. New Zealand over India in the World Cup final. That is the ULTRASPORT prediction. The New Zealanders take home the trophy here in Ahmedabad. And from the Narendra Modi Stadium, New Zealand world champions, as we say goodbye and good night.